In this video, we're going to talk about visual explainability on NextBrain and work with a Boston regression model. You can access the Boston regression model on the First Steps workspace. And since our model is already trained, we will retry it and then go directly to the visual explainability dashboard. To access the dashboard, click on Dashboard after the Train section. If you are unable to see the visual explainability, click on the plus sign on the left-hand side and select it from there. Once you have accessed the dashboard, you will see the visual explainability at the bottom of the page. Let's try to enlarge this for a better view. The basic idea behind visual explainability is to automatically divide one feature based on the idea that one of them will divide the target feature more variably. In our case, LSTAT is selected for this section because it gives the most variant distribution. At each step, we split the feature based on another question. The feature based on this sleeve is different from the previous case, where it was LSTAT. Now we are interested in whether PTR ratio is greater than a specific value or not. This split gives the most different distribution in each case and each side. If it's greater than this target, the distribution of the target is around 62% at 5.02, whereas in our case, the distribution is pretty different. So it gives the two most different distributions based on each split, and this feature is selected automatically by NextBrain. We can see in what cases we will get different distribution forces. If we are interested in LSTAT being smaller than this value, we have a distribution rate of target value. 77% of target values are between 42 and 50. In each case, we have a question where the answer is no, and you need to slide to the left, and if the answer is yes, you need to go to the right section. At the end of each split, you may encounter another split on the distribution. So, in our case, this is the last question because if we follow all the steps from where we began, for LSTAT greater than this value, and then PTR ratio greater than this value, we will have a distribution where all values of the targets are in this value. In our case, we have no other specific value, and the distribution is completely homogeneous. That's the basic idea behind the visual explainability in tree graph.